journey of two great teams brings us to the South Leeds Stadium for the BUAFL Championship Bowl game. Birmingham Lions, 4 finals in 4 years. Hertfordshire Hurricanes, stronger and stronger with every game, looking to take the title for themselves. Both undefeated. Both equally matched throughout the year. Too close to call. The Hurricanes started with the ball and tried to set the tone early with some tough running, but both teams were fired up, and the Lions defence stayed strong and laid down their own big hits. In contrast, Birmingham started with their passing attack, with quarterback Sam Glover getting the ball into his receiver's hands early on. Running back Dan Conroy then joined the attack behind his big offensive lineman to get the ball moving downfield. Before Sam Glover got the first score of the game, rolling out to his right and finding receiver John Zinkus for the first score. The Hurricanes returned through the air with Joe Thompson completing to Dominic Husband before a fumble almost cost them the possession. They managed to get it back, but the Lions defence stayed strong and kept the pressure on them. Both teams traded possessions until Thompson found Nicholas Bagnall over the middle for a 55-yard touchdown pass to give the Hurricanes their first points of the game. A high snap though kept the score at 6-all. The Lions looked to come back and get the ball downfield early, but pressure up front forced a wayward throw that was picked off by the Hurricanes secondary. The Hurricanes looked to capitalise on this with a deep play, only for Thompson's pass to be intercepted and then subsequently fumbled and then recovered by the Hertfordshire offence, saving them from a turnover. The Hurricanes continued with their passing attack, moving the ball closer and closer to the Birmingham end zone. Before Thompson laid out a lofted pass to receiver Andrew Harrison to pick up the second score of the day. The Lions came back again through the air, trying to pick up more yards utilising their several screen plays. With Glover and Conroy picking up yards on the ground as well, it helped move the ball closer and closer to the Hurricanes' end zone. Eventually the screen plays paid off when Andrew News picked up the ball from close to the end zone and carried it in for their next score. The extra point took the Lions back into the lead at 13-12. It was then the turn of the Hurricanes quarterback Joe Thompson to find more holes in the Lions defence, using his arm and his feet to find first downs. The drive was capped off with an 18-yard pass into the front corner of the end zone to wide receiver Andrew Harrison for his second score of the day. The Lions returned with their combination of ground attack and screenplay to try and get the ball moving downfield, but unfortunately they had to return possession to the Hurricanes, only for it to be intercepted by linebacker number 54 George Cruden, who would give the ball back to the blue and white. The Lions tried to capitalise, get a big score before the end of the half, but were unable to do so. Both teams traded possessions before entering into halftime. In the second half, it was the Lions that received the ball first, looking to overcome the deficit and get back into the match. But another turnover cost them their first chance, as it would be the Hurricanes that would open the half. More ground attack came from the Hurricanes, this time from the feet of quarterback Joe Thompson, who kept the ball himself for a 12-yard run into the end zone to increase their lead. Unfazed, the Lions continued their offensive efforts, moving the ball downfield with Derisu taking snaps and taking them close to the Hurricanes' end zone. However, their chance at a touchdown was taken away when defensive back David Jennison picked the ball off in the end zone and gave possession back to the green and white. Their persistence paid off as Derisu floated a perfectly weighted pass to John Zinkins, who took it 36 yards for their next score. But Hertfordshire weren't done yet, as they continued to move the ball on the ground and through the air to get closer and closer to the Lions' end zone to pick up more points on the board. Struck early when an interference penalty in the end zone set up a short field for running back James Howell to pound in from a yard out. The Lions continued to fight, moving the ball downfield using their passing game to try and stay in contention with the Hurricanes. However, the strong running from quarterback Thompson from the Hurricanes kept the Lions' defense under pressure and started to expose some holes. And their persistence paid off, this time with another score to receiver Dominic Husband. The final score of 37 points to 19 leaves coach Jim Messenger and the Hertfordshire Hurricanes as champions of the BUAFL.